Hello everybody, I'm Takashi, and it's time for the usual season ending stuff where I tell you which episodes I liked the most and which characters were the best in my opinion. And without further ado, let's just start with the episodes. And because there were a lot of good episodes, I couldn't do top 3. It's gonna be a top 5, and it was still hard to put them into ranking. So excuse me for that, and it's gonna be a little strange. It might be, because well, you will see why. Number 5 is Slice of Life, episode 9, or the 100th episode of My Symphony. Friendship is magic, obviously. I don't have to say why. It was a very fun episode. It was somewhat off canon, but still made for the fans, and made a lot of things canon. Number 4 is Heartbreakers, episode 20. Why? Because we saw Pinky's family again, and we saw Pinky's family, not just Maud. We knew some more of them, and I really liked most of them. And we had a ship. Why not? Why not? Okay, number 3 is the cutie remark. Yes, the season finale is only number 3 here. I really liked that episode. We had a lot of time traveling paradox, and it was a really fun episode. Why is it a bit down on the list? Because of the motif. That's why. The motif was really big for Sunset. Sorry for that. Sunset. I mean, Starlight. Number 2 is Crusaders of the Lost Mark, the real season finale. Let's just call it that. It was more of a season finale than our one, because the cutie marks Crusaders got their cutie marks, and we had one hateful character redeemed herself, and that was a really good episode. We had a lot of good songs and everything. It even had more songs than the finale. The finale had only one song, if I remember right. So yes, this is number 2. And number 1 will be strange, because it already investigates. Yup, from the rarity ones. Why? Because it had me gave me a lot of nostalgia with all the effects and all the finding the littlest things in this part of the thing, and that's one of the things that made me play Phoenix Wright again. So that's why it's number 1 on my list. But this is my list. It's my own opinion. You can have your own. And let's move on to the characters. It's gonna be really strange. Obviously, I'm not looking at last seasons, only how much better they become, or if there is a new character introduced. I look at the characteristics. I can speak of characteristics. I can't speak that word. Come on. Characteristics. I still can't say it. I will just write it down. Fuck English. But that design and how they are pronounced to us, it's gonna be a strange one. And I have to start with honorable mention, because she's not in this list, but she redeemed herself, which is Rainbow Dash. You remember I hated her in the last season, but she's okay in my book. She's okay. she would be the 11th on this list. But there were a lot of good characters, as long as good episodes in this season. So let's just go. With number 10 is Big Macintosh. Do I have to say why? He's the best big brother ever, and even dresses like a girl for her little sister. Why not? Sadly he spoke a little. He spoke a little in this season, and that made him go on the list. Number 9 is Tree Hugger. Oh dude. Yeah, from the first moment we saw her, she was a fun character. And I liked her design really well. So, yep. Number 8 is Ma Hoofbeard. The one who loves to punky the neighbors. She was not only a fun character, but she had really good tactics, war tactics. Every little movement she made was really well. She even taught how to use the tomatoes efficiently. Even if it was not a big war, it was still a war, and they had still good strategies to make their enemy's life worse. So yeah, number 7 is Countess Coloratura, or Rara, or Lady Dora. Which is not a good character. I liked her design, I liked her colorful design, I liked her normal design too, and she was a really good singer, obviously, because it was a good singer thinking behind her. But yeah, she was not the stuck up jerk character, but she was still herself. That made her being on this list, and yeah, it was a really good episode on her with her. So yeah, number 6 is Discord. Why this list wouldn't be here without Discord? Because Discord, I don't have to say anything else. We had some episodes with him, and he learned some quite a bit friendship lessons here. So, yep. Number 5 is Pinkie Pie, the randomest character in this season, again and always. So, yep, I don't have to say anything either. I really like Pinkie Pie's character. Number 4 is CMC, and in that I can say Sweetie Belle. No Cutie Mark Crusaders because they got their Cutie Mark and they learned a lot, and Sweetie Belle because she learned the most of in this season, and she is constantly using magic, as we can see, and she's using stronger and stronger magic. She might even be a Alicorn Princess if she continues like this. Just kidding. Number 3 is our arch enemy in this season, Starlight Glimmer. She was a really good character. She was stronger than Twilight. She was smarter than Twilight. And sadly, she had a really weak motive. That's why she is only number 3. Number 2 is Rarity, because of Rarity Investigates, most likely. But her character as a whole is still lovable for me. Most people hate her somehow, but I like that stupid rant. She always does. And that Rarity Investigates episode just made her crawl high on the list. And number 1 will be another strange one because it's Minuet. Or someone calling her Colgate. Yep, one of the very first friends of Twilight, Sparkle. And why? Because she wasn't a stuck-up jerk. She was still counting Twilight as her friend. Not because she was arrogant or something, just because she was a friend and she didn't get angry of her because she left. Obviously, she left because of Celestia's orders, but she wanted to stay at Ponyville, just like if Pinkie Pie and the others were her only friends, and she had no other before. But in that episode, we knew that she had more friends, and Mariette was the most formal of the bunch. So that's why she's number 1. And one more character, the most hated one. And it's not Swangalop. It should be Swangalop, but nope. He was outshined by Sunburst. The stupidest character in this episode, in this season, was Sunburst, the first friend of Starlight Glimmer. Because of him, Starlight became evil, which is still a really weak concept, but his behavior was really bad. I didn't like it. Okay, he saved Starlight, but he didn't even ask her if she's okay, and didn't show her his kitty mark. She just ran away to show his parents and the others, and not celebrate with her. And then he even went away to magic school. I don't know where, most likely Canterlot, and didn't even write to Starlight, and didn't speak with her, just like she never even existed. That's not how a friend should behave. And if I had my kitty mark right there with my friend, I would celebrate with my friends first, not go out and show it to everyone else. It's like she was not even her friend. It's like she didn't even count her as friend. So, nope. Sunburst is my most hated character in this season. After Swangalop, who was a stuck-up jerk. But, yep, that's it. It was a short top 10 and top 5. I hope you liked it. I hope you agreed, most likely. But if you didn't, you can tell me your top list if you want, and say why wouldn't you choose this, and why would you choose this. So, yep. See you next time. Bye.